Okay, the time you've been waiting for. Let's crank up the energy and bring down the house. It's time for the Barebow Finals. This place is packed. Come on, keep it cranked up. All right. Our Barebow finalists, Spanky Brooks and Ben Rogers. Before we begin, John, what's your take on this, buddy?
I don't have words right now. This crowd is incredible. Thank you guys. Thanks for coming out to support it. 200 registered barebow archers this year. Unbelievable. The support has been amazing. The enthusiasm from this crowd and the enthusiasm from everybody following this on social media is out of this world. We can't thank you enough.
No, thank you. We're just humbled and honored that we have barebow archers here from California, from Sweden, from all over the world, and they're the greatest people to shoot with. We have a great time with the barebow community here, and you know, we owe quite a bit of the success of this tournament and everything that we do to the barebow community. It's the most fun group of people to shoot with and the fastest growing part of archery that there is right now. Thank you. Thank you all. You guys survived. You guys are survivors. You made it. How you feeling?
Welcome to the 2019 Lancaster Archery Classic at Spooky Nook Sports Arena in Manheim, Pennsylvania. This is the Archery Hall, sponsored by True Ball and Axel and Black Eagle Arrows. My name is Chuck Cooley, and we're getting ready to do the barebow shoot-off. I have with me PJ Riley and Matt Zernzak. Matt.
Hi, guys.
Welcome to the broadcast.
Oh, my gosh. Excited to be back. Thank you.
Holy cow, did you hear those cheers and everything?
It's insane in
this
here.
This is insane.
It's electric, and we're very passionate about this class, and you can hear it. It's electric in here. I can't wait for the show.
198 competitors registered for this event.
We had 207 at the start, and we had a couple people fall out, and we ended up at 198. Unbelievable.
It's ridiculous.
We jumped from 125 last year up to over 200 this year. Just insane growth in this class. And a lot of that's due to you guys for putting on such a great production.
Well, Matt, we have to thank as well. Matt is an avid barebow archer. He competed here yesterday, and he's founder of the Push Archery podcast series. He talks about it, barebow archery. I mean, Matt promotes this as much as anybody, so we certainly thank him.
Oh, thank you. Appreciate that.
And for his knowledge that he's going to give us for these guys out here, Ben Rogers and Spanky Brooks.
Oh, yes. This is proof that this is not a young man's sport.
Absolutely.
No.
That's the beautiful thing about this sport and archery in general, is that we can get involved in this sport. And, I mean, Ben Rogers is 72 years old. Spanky Brooks is 62 years old, and they are competing in a field. They're sitting up here top seeded number 3, number 4 in a field of over 200 barebow archers with no age class.
Right.
And here they are.
Awesome.
Right. That's a pretty epic mustache she's got. I got it.
All right. I want to take the opportunity for this barebow crowd. You guys have to cheer. I don't care if a guy drills an arrow in the gold, cheer. We don't need it silent in here. Crank it up, all right? You know, hoot, holler, cat calls. We don't care, do you? Do you care, Ben? Oh, I don't care. All right.
Now these
Very
guys,
good.
that's the hard part. What talk about crushing. 198 people in the division. 4 make it to the ladder.
That's right.
I'm like,
And
wow, how
what's
brutal.
funny?
And the high score, you guys had a 570 for a high score.
And so that's Grayson Partlowe. He's going to be coming out here. He's seated first. He's going to be the last one to step up. And I'm interviewing him on our podcast after he's done shooting his qualification round. He goes, should have been a 585. Barebow. I'm like, I hate you, man. Unbelievable.
But some upsets this year, right?
A lot of upsets this year. Michael Fisher knocked out John Demmer.
Yeah.
No Bobby Worthington. No Dwayne Martin. No Richard Barker. I mean,
Rick
this is
Stonebreaker.
a complete
Yeah.
This is a complete mismatch. I mean, we have 4 new Barebow archers.
Well, these 4 guys that we're going to see are guys we haven't seen before.
That's
right?
correct.
Yeah.
Yep. Haven't seen them before. It's good. I'm glad we're able to showcase some of the greats. Ben Rogers has been competing since 1969. He's just an absolute veteran. He's
that was born in 68.
I told him, I said, yeah, you had your first competition 14 years before I was born, Ben. Unbelievable. He is a veteran. He's cool. He's calm. Look at him shooting up there. I mean, these guys are just pegging 9. It's a beautiful thing. This is Spanky Brooks, one of my favorite people in the world.
He looks the part, every bit the part.
Yeah, if you're going to be named Spanky, you should look like that.
If he walked in the room, you would know he was Barebow archer, whether he had a bow or not.
That's right. Ben throwing one down into the blue ring there. Little clutch there for Spanky, and he just throws an 11 out there. Unbelievable. Spanky says his name is actually Randy, and his brother, 3 days after he was born, named him Spanky. So he's had Spanky for 3 days less than his entire life. He's just an incredible individual, an incredible Barebow archer.
One of my good friends back home is a Barebow guy, and very, very good at it. Alan Paul.
Okay.
Thank
And
you. Question. We're going to get a lot of people watching this live, and they're commenting. They want to know about this hat. So it's obvious you were prepared to be up here under these lights because you have an advantage with this great hat you've got on tonight. I think I've shot with you several times in 3D. I've never seen you without the hat. Did you wear it for tonight, or is this your usual archery gear?
This is my usual archery gear because my hair gets in my eyes. So.
Spanky, where are you from?
I'm from Goddard, Kansas, which is just outside Wichita.
I know you came a day early because you were worried about making it in the weather. It's a tough drive up from there. Thanks for getting here early. It looks like you were prepared. Ben, I know you got some family watching at home. You want to say anything to them?
Hi, family.
Ben lives in Colorado, originally from California. He brought me a bag of seashells and moon rocks from...
Good look at Spanky here. Aiming down the point of that arrow. Oh, a little hiccup there, but he pulled it back in.
is that the one he hit the X with?
Guess that was his
Apparently
nine.
that arrow
Yeah.
took a long time to get there.
Spanky's up first.
Nice and calm up there, very steady. These guys are very steady. Just unbelievable.
Do you think you could be that steady
Oh
if
my
you
gosh, no. I'm nervous right now, just watching them. I'm shaking right now. I could not hold on that gold at all.
This is so much fun, man.
Yeah. Oh my!
Another one.
Spanky, I tell you. You know, Spanky's really well known on the 3D circuit, and this is the biggest indoor competition he's attended. I mean, look
He
where
came
he's
all
at.
the way from Wichita.
Yep. Ben Rogers recently moved to Colorado, but he's been over the last decades. He's been competing in the California circuit. But there's a great example of what Barebow is.
Exactly.
Spanky Brooks just threw a 3 o'clock blue ring. And Ben capitalizes. I mean, this is going to be a nail biter. We can already tell.
Now, like you were saying, so if this were compound, that 6, he'd be done. But
That's right.
that means nothing here.
That means nothing here. It takes one arrow, and we saw it through the eliminations all day.
CD archery. I've got dryad limbs.
Dryad limbs from Texas as well, from Mike Westfang in Texas. How much weight are you shooting?
About 34, 35 pounds.
What about that rest? Is that a...
It's an AAE, rest, and plunger.
It's a big weight on the front. How much weight?
That weight's about 2.5 pounds. The bow overall weighs about 8.5 pounds.
Ben, same questions. Riser.
It's a CD riser. It's a 27-inch model.
Are you both shooting 27?
The limbs are win and win wins, about 42 pounds.
Very good. Thank you, Ben.
So Matt, tell us about that weight. So Spanky's bow, I mean, he said that's over 8 pounds.
That's right. So in here at Lancaster, the equipment rules follow World Archery equipment rules for barebow, which means that the bow unstrung needs to fit through a 12.2 centimeter ring, and that's pretty much it. No limb mounted clickers, and there's a couple other rules and regulations, but to get the bow balanced properly with an Olympic recurve, you can have a 36-inch long, front rod and some V-bars, and just to get that bow balanced perfectly. But that's a great X by Ben. But you can't fit that through a 12.2 centimeter ring, which is a little over 4 inches. So you have to get creative with some barebow weights that we call them. You can see these risers have weight provisions for weights inside the riser, so we can make sure we're staying within that 12.2 centimeter ring. But yeah, that's like Spanky said, that the more weight, the more stable. We want that thing balancing perfectly vertical after the
look
shot.
at it.
Yeah,
It's not moving.
steady, right? Wow, great shooting there.
I think we had a lead change there.
Oh my goodness, he just recovers. I mean, Ben is an absolute veteran. To put a 10 in after throwing a 5-6 liner is just,
crazy.
especially in this pressure situation.
Spanky's got him by 3, 106, 103. But
Spanky, 3D archery is your game. How long have you been playing the indoor game?
About 3 years is all.
What's different from 3D? Obviously, this is a different stage than you shoot in 3D, but tell us what the difference is in preparing for indoor versus 3D.
3D is, to me, more relaxed. This is a little more tension, but shooting spot makes you work on your form, and it's great.
Very good.
take a look at Ben's shot here. Comes back to his anchor. Look at him sighting down
Both
that
eyes
arrow.
open. Now, what's he sighting there? Is he looking at the tip?
He is. He's looking at the tip, and he's hovering that tip right at the bottom of the gold, is what most barebow archers do.
Oh, really?
A few of them cover up the gold and try to eclipse it around. Since we're using the tip of the arrow, in the sight picture, it's the skinny diameter arrows, like the VAPs and Black Eagle arrows, like the skinny diameter ones are about 8 ring to 8 ring across that gold in your sight picture, and then the fatter 23 diameter arrows are you're pretty much eclipsing the whole red in your sight picture. And a lot of us barebow archers, we want to be able to see what we're aiming at, so we want to see the gold, so that they're calling it lollipopping, to where the top of the arrow, we're sighting down that arrow and we're just butting up against that yellow 6 o'clock hold.
Gotcha. And do you use that through a finger crawl then?
That's right. You can string walk down to change that trajectory, or you can tune your arrow with your arrow length and your knock point and your arrow weight and your draw weight of your bow to get it to where for indoor at 20 yards or 18 meters.
So Spanky's going to advance here.
Appreciation for the experience that is up here on stage. Ben, when was your first year that you began competing in competitive archery?
1969.
1969. Very good. Let's give Ben Rogers a hand. 4th place, $500. Congratulations. Standing ovation.
Look at that standing ovation.
All right, our next competitor is Michael Fisher, who's the #2 competitor in the qualification round and the #2 seed. Michael Fisher, let's give it up. Welcome to the stage, Michael. Did you choose right or left? Right. Okay, Spanky, you take left. Michael, take right. See the sportsmanship there?
So this is Michael Fisher, who qualified with a 569 through the first elimination. Shot a 113, then a 111, then a 113. Isn't Michael the one that took out John?
Michael is the one that took out John Demmer, yes. He is from Australia, very big in the World Archery field world. Very good competitor. 2016, I believe, bronze, or he competed in the bronze medal match there at the World Archery Field Championships. He's just a great archer. Interviewed him on the podcast here this morning, and this is the biggest indoor competition he's got to, and he absolutely loves it.
I don't think he's ever been to the Classic
No, he
before.
hasn't. This is the first time you can
Oh, this
see
is
it.
his first trip,
Oh,
too.
this is his first trip.
There was a little twitch there.
And that is very uncharacteristic of Michael. You can see that long crawl that he's running compared to Spanky. He's right up against the knock of the arrow.
7.
So it looks like Spanky responded. And that's something we saw in the elimination rounds. Very high intensity. You can see that crawl there, about an 1.5 inch crawl. But when someone throws a bad shot out, that ramps up the pressure for the follow-on shot for the competitor. We can see that Spanky didn't capitalize. Looks like Michael Fisher is having some issues with the lighting here. He's holding a good group, but he's hitting left.
So, look at that.
There you go,
Center
Spanky.
11.
Very nice.
Crystal Galvin was here previously, and she talked about the not being able to see the string in here with the lighting. How does that affect these guys?
It's the same. We're lining up our string on a landmark on our bow, whether it's right side, middle, or left side, a riser, or somewhere on the arrow. We're looking at that, what we call the string blur. And it's the same as Olympic archery as well, as we want to get that thing consistent. That's gonna help us with our windage downrange.
Put that blur in the same spot.
That's right.
I'm
And it's
sure
hard to
John's
see.
going to ask him about it right here.
I put a microphone in your face when? Yesterday? You were nervous then. You look better now. No. How long was the flight here, Michael?
Over 24 hours.
That's a long way. We appreciate that you came here. I asked you yesterday, what made you make this trip? I know you got some good friends competing here. What else? What was on your mind? Why did you come out to shoot with us?
Everything. Oh, no, I just love you guys and just love the Barebow community and just got champions over here.
That's great. You showed a lot of those champions how to shoot today. It was an inspiration. I loved watching you, and we're glad to have you here. Thank you very much for coming.
There you go. Now, Michael Fisher just took his sleeve to his forehead there as we watched Spanky shoot, but he's sweating a little bit.
That's right. Yeah, when Spanky's dropping 11s like that, this is a high pressure. What a pressure cooker here, guys. This is amazing. And
Now, what kinds of limbs is Fisher running? I didn't recognize.
He's got Ukas.
Oh, wait, is that what he's shooting?
Yeah.
Yep,
Yeah.
he's shooting Ukas. Yep. And he's shooting a Spigarelli DMS riser.
Yeah, that's a very distinct riser.
Front truss riser. Scott Bills competed in 2017 with the same riser. Nice
That
nine.
looked like a comfortable shot
He's getting
for him.
it closer. Yeah,
That's
he's
right. It
getting
looks like
moved
he's
in.
probably getting adjusted to the lighting. John Demmer said that you have a nice practice range over there with the dark lighting to get used to that ambiance, to get used to that environment.
Yeah.
But your first arrow that you send out there, you want to make sure you're executing with perfect form, because it's going to be your scout and it's going to tell you what you need to do
Right.
for your next 11 arrows.
Mm-hmm.
He's still hitting left
Just
and
a
center.
little,
looked like
it
a
needs
good
a little
shot.
more.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, he needs to move that just a touch more. The problem is when you're hitting left, you have to move that string blur to the left to chase your arrow impacts. So when you're doing that, sometimes you run out of room. You're pulling that string into your nose, and you can't move it any further. And eventually you get to the point sometimes where you're looking past the right side of the string, and you're aiming with the arrow through between the riser and the string blur.
There you go. You got it back there.
There you go. That's perfect. Looks like he's just barely creeping it in.
Very nicely done, Mike. I haven't met you yet, but I can tell you we're humbled and honored that you made the trip. You and so many folks from the international barebow community to come this far to our little archery tournament here. Are you enjoying yourself?
I'm loving every bit.
Would you ever come back?
I'm definitely coming back.
All right. Let's give it up for Mike Fisher, all the way from Australia. Where in Australia are you from?
Just outside of Canberra.
Talk
Yeah.
us through his
Does
shot
everybody
here,
shoot
Matt.
as good
You
as
can
you
see that
there?
long 1.5 inch crawl. He's just blinking, nice and calm. Squints that left eye, making sure the tip of that arrow is right where he wants it to be, and just pulling through with back tension right there, pushing a nice 10 there. Nice follow through. A lot of international presence here at the 2019 Classic.
Yeah.
Daniele Botelli, Bren Rogers that just got knocked out here in the last round, that was competing against Spanky, went to a 2-arrow shoot-off against Ben Rogers, Daniele Batelli from Italy,
Yeah.
Sensia from Italy. We had Lena Borkman and Eric Johnson from Sweden. I mean,
Right.
just top. This 2019 Classic has pulled top-tier barebow archers. It is finally being recognized on a world stage as it's a coveted prize to win this, and it's pulling the archers.
It's legit. Yeah.
It is legit.
Yeah.
It is legit.
And the European, I mean, Barebow is huge over there. So
Barebow is that's the sport over there.
Right.
And it's yeah, to be able to pull Lena Borkland and Eric Johnson, who are husband and wife, who both of them won gold at the 2018 World Archery Field Championships. I mean, just a talented family there, and they came over together with their newborn daughter, just put on a great clinic. Lena, I think, finished 7th or 4th, maybe, qualifying.
She was 6th in qualifying.
6th,
yeah.
qualifying
She was the
out of
top
the 200.
Yeah, she was the top female qualifier.
Unbelievable. All right, we've got
Michael just gave one out there.
Yes, he
There's
did.
a little bit. It almost looked like a little bit of a ginch. I could have been just the camera blur.
Ooh, Spanky holding a nice group here. Really
In the
capitalizing.
goal.
All gold.
Really capitalizing.
Now he's doing some things we've seen the other archers do, in compound even, wiping his hand
Yeah,
off.
yeah.
So he's got a sweaty hand.
That's
there.
right.
Feels nerve.
See what Michael, nice follow.
Wow.
Oh, look at that. That was a shot. It
There
looks
we
like he
go.
just found a shot. 3-point game. Unbelievable. Michael Fisher.
So he held his
Getting her
hand.
done.
Oh.
John, what do you think?
So one thing I wanted to say was that we don't have a women's class. We're working on that. But last year we had 15 women registered. It's a class for both men and women in barebow. This year we had over 40 women in the barebow class. As a percentage of archers, that was one of the biggest growth areas we saw for the Classic this year. That means a lot to us, and that means a lot to our decision-making process. And I think that it's about time we got that done. So we see you, we appreciate that you came, and we want to acknowledge that. And I also want to acknowledge that we give an award to the top 3 women's qualifiers. This year, it was a repeat of the Field World Championships in Italy. It was in first place, Lena Björklund from Sweden. Second place, Fawn Gerard from the USA. And in third place, it was Cinzia, and everybody knows Cinzia. And I can't pronounce her last name, so we're going to go with Cinzia. And congratulations, ladies, great shooting. I want to see one of you guys up here next year.
Here's Spanky replay here.
Yeah, really aiming down that arrow. You can really see that there.
Now
Drains
that
the
went
10.
in there, but it looked like he pitched his bow a little
It does,
bit.
yep,
but
yep.
Hey, it made it.
That's right. There's a beautiful follow through there. That was Michael. That was Michael finding his shot right now. So
Yeah.
I think he's going to give Spanky a run for his money here on this last.
So I saw Michael after his last shot raise up his hand towards the light. So I think he is having some light issues
Interesting.
there.
Yeah.
We'll see if that affects him going into this last end.
Here we go. What are we, a 3-point game here?
It's got to be pretty close, yeah.
So 3 points, anything can happen. Shoot well, gentlemen.
There we go. This is barebow at its finest. High pressure. Anything can happen. Takes 1 error to win and 1 error to lose. All right, 8. We went out. Let's see if Michael can capitalize.
He's taking his time. Look at him.
Oh, yeah. Really staring that down. Using the full 30 seconds.
Man, if he pulls an 11 here, they're tied.
This place will go nuts.
Oh, yeah. Oh, good fall through.
I think that's a 10.
No, I think that's it. Rob called it a 9, but I
Did he?
think that
Yeah.
could be a 10.
Yeah, jarred like in 10.
I think that's going to be close.
Oh, Spanky.
Oh,
Here we go.
Michael's got to capitalize here.
he's thinking about it. He's
He is.
walking his
Oh,
head
yeah,
through
yep.
it.
That's right. True competitor. Really making a precision call here.
Oh, there it is.
Wow. Last arrow, 2-point game.
Wow.
Here we go. See what Spanky can do here. All right,
8.
9 o'clock, 8.
So what? 5 or better?
Looks like 6 to tie.
6 to tie.
Mm-hmm. Oh, he's in the zone.
Yeah.
He's really thinking about it.
That seems to work for him when
Yes,
he's
it
doing
does.
that, though.
Just a very talented veteran archer here.
Oh,
Wow.
He leaned his head in just a little bit.
That's right.
But
Yeah.
I think
That's
he's
enough.
got
Good
it, though.
enough.
That's
That's
enough.
Yeah, I mean, we're brothers and sisters here in the Barebow community. I mean, you can just see how happy Spanky is for Michael. You know,
Had
let's
a
go to
heck
the
of a
floor.
run. How you feeling, buddy?
Very excited and nervous still.
Nervous still? They hadn't settled down?
No, it hadn't settled down none.
Well, I'll tell you what, this might help your nerves a little bit. $1,500 for third place. Congratulations, man. I hope you come back. You've been a pleasure to have.
Thank you. I appreciate it. And I want to thank these guys for doing this. This is fantastic. So,
Thank you so much. Let's raise the house for Spanky. There we go. Standing ovation. Okay, our final competitor and our first seed is Grayson Partlowe. Grayson, welcome to the stage. Choose left or right. Well, take the left, he said. And you choose to shoot.
Here we go. Final shot there from Michael. Oh, no, I guess not his final, but his first one there.
There's the 11.
There
There's the
it
11.
is.
Yep.
And then there's his last
There's
one.
his last
Yep.
one. That was
That was
enough for the win.
That's enough. Here we go.
Now we've got Grayson Partlowe coming in. Grayson Partlowe shot a 570 qualifier.
And he was frustrated because he thought it should have been a 585 Barebow.
Okay, very good. Well done.
I'm so happy
Give
the
it
way
up
this
for
turned
Grayson.
out with these 4. And we were saying that I was so happy it turned out this way with these 4 Barebow archers to introduce the world to some of the characters in the high-class shooting of the Barebow community. You know, Grayson is a local boy here, kind of close to Lancaster. He's one of he just started competing in 2015.
What?
Only been yeah, I know.
Crazy.
He's just a natural talent, and you can see the influence of John Demmer. You can
Oh,
see
yeah.
that front bow shoulder. He shoots with John Demmer at his local club quite often. Yeah, they're really good friends and really good competitors with each other. He's just a very talented individual. So here begs the question, Grayson coming in, seated first, coming in borderline cold. You know, Michael Fisher has 12 arrows up here in the stage in this environment. So, you know, you saw how long it took Michael to kind of get the lighting down and understand the
dialed in,
environment.
yeah.
And it looks like Grayson's first arrow, he hit left just like Michael was early on. He brought it over for a high 9, and here we go. Now we're on, let's see if Grayson can stick with what he just learned with that first scout arrow. Just focused. Okay, still hitting a little
Just
left.
out. Just a little bit left. Michael's third arrow here.
See if he can take a lead early on.
Good shot of that Spigarelli riser.
Okay, looks like he has a 2-point lead going into the second set, second end.
Michael, if you could tell us a little bit about your equipment. The riser is a unique looking riser. Limbs, tab, arrows. Tell me what you're shooting.
Look at his handshake.
I'm shooting a Spigarelli DMS riser with yoke limbs. I got fantastic Simon Fairweather's Barebow tab, and I'm using Carbon Express and Nano Extremes.
Very good. Simon is an Olympic archer, also came here from Australia to compete in Barebow. We were very excited to have him as well. Is he a friend of yours?
He's a great mate and he's a champion.
Very good. Thank you, Michael. Grayson, equipment for me quickly if you could.
27-inch Gilo G1, Uka VX Plus limbs, biter plunger, Gabriel rest, Yoast tab, and weight. Carbon Express tanks.
So he's shooting tank 27s? Or he's at Carbon Express tanks?
Yeah, the 23s.
Oh, tank 23s.
Tank 23s, yep. Same arrow
They don't,
I
I was
currently
going to say
shoot.
they didn't look that big.
Yeah.
But let's back up a second,
Sure.
Matt.
Yeah.
Spanky Rogers went out $1,500 for third place
Yeah, Spanky Brooks, yeah.
in Barebow.
Yeah, I know.
Where do you see that?
It's $6,000 this year for first place
Are you
in
kidding?
Barebow.
Crazy.
It's amazing the support in our great sponsors of the Barebow class. It's crazy how much money is pouring into this. And let's go back to something that Michael Fisher just said about Simon Fairweather, using his tab. Simon Fairweather is a multi-time Olympian from Australia, and a gold medalist in the Olympics for Olympic recurve.
Yeah.
And Barebow is drawing him to the Lancaster Classic to compete in Barebow this year.
I'm not going to lie. When he said that, I didn't realize that he was here. As soon as he said that, I'm like, damn, I want his autograph.
He's here.
I want to meet him.
Yeah, it's amazing. Let's watch this. Second arrow for Michael. Oh man, I tell you what, he is stroking it. You can
Look at
tell
that first arrow. Man.
his back tension's just money right now. He's looking really good. Looks like Grayson found it. This is the Grayson we all know.
Walk that
He's
one
just
right in
so
there.
cool, calm, and as it says on his shirt, relax.
He looks pretty chill right now.
Yeah, he has that personality type. He's a competitor. He has ice running through his veins. Wow, man.
Wow.
I tell you what,
Come on.
I love watching Michael Fisher's shot break. You can see that he's just firing with that back like crazy.
These two have been consistent like this all weekend
pressure.
long. They qualified high. Today in the shoot downs, they were shooting gold the whole time. They were pretty unstoppable during the day. Grayson had a tight match to get here. So did Michael. It's been exciting. It's been an honor to watch them compete here, and I'm glad to see them both up here.
The Barebow talent here at the Lancaster Archery Classic is just phenomenal. Thank you to all the Barebow archers for coming. Thank you so much. Okay, we've got a 56-54 match. Looks like 30 apiece that end. Got their different ways, but got a 2-point edge for Mike Fisher.
So we've got this packed house here, and there's lots of, over 1,000 people watching online. And then 1,500 watching online right now, we're told. And this video over the next year, I mean, the one from last year has over 250,000 views.
Unbelievable.
So it's just, I mean, the archery community goes nuts for this.
They do. It's Barebow. There's something in our DNA that just attracts us to this type of archery. And I know it's not primitive, it's not primal, those types of adjectives, but man, no sights, no release aids, no cams. It's just you're one with that bow, even though it is a little bit high tech. Oh my gosh!
Oh my gosh!
Grayson,
Look at this.
Grayson, this is
Are
him,
you
man.
kidding
This is
me
his
right
group.
now? This place is going to explode.
I know. This is going to be a nail biter.
If he hits a 10,
I know.
oh my God.
A little nervous, you can tell. All right, come on, Michael. Here we go. 2-point flop. We just flipped it. Let's see what Grayson does here. Look at him get that bow shoulder. Look how rock solid
He
his
looks
bow
like
arm
Look
is.
at
the size of that
It's
shoulder.
ridiculous. Ooh, a little hot, little hot. Oh man, this is shaping up to be an absolute nail biter. Let's see what Michael's
So
gonna
at
do here.
9, a 9
right.
is going to tie.
Oh, he got it. This is amazing.
My team has just told me that there are 1,600 people watching this live right now. And since last year's Barebow at the Classic here, over 250,000 people have viewed that video. It's the most watched of anything we've ever done. Congratulations, Barebow Nation. Okay, we've got a tie match. 1 in to go, and it's time.
Tie.
This is
Going into the last end.
anything can happen, right? One arrow can lose it, one arrow can win it. Unbelievable. This is what's drawing the international crowd to this wonderful tournament. That's what's drawing, just the coverage, the interest, the growth in numbers. It's very popular, and just can't wait. Can't wait to see what we get here in these last 3 arrows.
Oh, did we change?
Oh,
What?
ooh.
Oh.
Mike Fisher pulls ahead by 1.
Change. The judges changed a point.
All right.
All right, Matt, here it comes.
Here it comes. I'm very nervous. This is our family up here shooting. I'm nervous for him. Let's watch Grayson stroke this shot. He's just got to rely on what got him here.
Don't pull too hard, right?
That's right. Unbelievable.
Wow.
Gosh, dang. Unbelievable. All right, let's see what Michael has here. See him setting up.
Oh, little bobble.
Oh my gosh, he recovers that.
recovered.
Now it's tied.
Now it's tied. A little hot, man. I tell you what, Grayson, that was out of his tempo.
I know.
That was a 7.
We don't have a camera on you, but you're a wreck right
I'm a
now.
wreck. I know. I'm a wreck. I can feel
You're
it.
a hot mess.
This is it. This is so exciting. This is what we do this for.
Oh my gosh. 1 point lead.
2 points.
2
They
point
just
lead.
adjusted for the 7. All right, let's see what Grayson does here.
Hitting 11. Do it.
I'm nervous.
Hitting 11. 8.
Okay. Here we go.
So 6 to tie.
Yep.
7 or better to win.
And this is the exact same thing as the last match.
Mm-hmm.
6 to tie, 7 to win.
He took his time this time. The other
That's
ones,
right.
he was a little fast, but
Yeah.
now he's taking his time.
You just got a stroke.
Ready?
Oh, are you kidding me? Look where that is.
pinwheels it for the win. Are you kidding me?
Unbelievable.
That's
Michael
insane.
Fisher. Aussie flies 24 hours to get here. Just new face of Barebow. This is incredible.
Absolute center punch for the win. Oh man.
Oh, what a show. What a show. Anybody out there, I hope you show up in the 2020 Lancaster Classic. Bring what you have, whether you have a wood recurve. Let's go out there.
Come away with second place, $2,500, $2,500 for second place. Congratulations. Heck of a show. Mike, I don't know what to say. You come the furthest of anyone here. $6,000 first prize. Congratulations.
Thank you. Woo! Aussie, Aussie, Aussie.
Do you think anyone else from Australia or around the world might come and try this someday? Would you recommend it?
I'll recommend it big time. Come on, everybody. Come out. Let's play. Let's play, Barebow.
Okay, that sounds good. We'll see what we can do to let more of you play next year. I'm going to do everything I can. John, what are you thinking?
I don't know what to say. I think everybody here is watching you too and thinking about what this was like for both of you. They're happy that you were out here putting on a performance like this for them. They came out here to see this. They wanted to see the conclusion of this match right here. It was an amazing show. I love both of you. Thank you. Congratulations, Michael. Congratulations, Grayson. And thank you.
Okay. I don't want this to be over. My voice does, but I don't. we will have awards over here to the left on the podium in 20 minutes. So please stick around.
Matt, give us your final thoughts real quick here as we close this out.
Final thoughts is for anybody watching that wants to get interested in barebow archery. John Demmer, we all know him. We worked with him and put out an online instructional course that's a crash course in barebow archery. You can find it at www.thepusharchery.com/pack. Head on over to our website. It's a great over 2 hours of instruction.
That's great. Yep.
PJ, thanks very much for everything today.
Absolutely.
What a great event. We watched some amazing shooting today. Wow. And that finish in barebow
Incredible.
with a dead center X to win.
Incredible.
Unbelievable.
Here it is.
Congratulations.
Oh, no, I thought they were going to show his last shot, man.
Michael Fisher, the barebow champion. We're out for the day. We will see everybody back here tomorrow. This is the 2019 Lancaster Archery Classic, back live here at 8 a.m. for the shoot-up finals.
There it is. Look at that.
We're out.
He once said, winning is not a sometime thing. It's an all-time thing. You don't do things right once in a while. You do them right all the time. Winning is a habit. Unfortunately, so is losing. I've learned in my career I'm only as good as the tools I use.
12 for Levi Morgan.
One chance, one moment, one shot.
We don't build these bows to be different. We build them to be better. We're the outsiders, the mavericks, the fearless. We forge our own path. We're not chasing anyone, but we know what they're running from. It's an obsession, and the obsessed never rest.